Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's end-of-day world currencies, stock markets and commodities wrap-up for Thursday, July 10th, 2025. Kicking things off, I'm Victoria Cashmore. Major currencies showed mixed movement against the greenback. The US dollar exhibited strong trends, rising against the euro and Swiss franc, while maintaining a strong positive trend versus the yen. Week-to-date returns show modest gains for most major pairs, with the yen pair leading at nearly 1%. Year-to-date, however, the euro has strengthened significantly against the greenback, gaining 11.5%. Among other currencies, the Kiwi showed notable strength, with the greenback falling 0.53%. The offshore yuan, Singapore dollar and rupee all maintained relatively flat movement against the US dollar. Year-to-date performance shows broad weakness in the greenback, with notable declines against the loonie and Singapore dollar, down 5% and 6.3% respectively. The offshore yuan has shown more resilience, with just a 2.2% gain against the dollar.
Looking at global stock market tracking ETFs, I'm Max Profit. Indonesia led gains, closing at 17.76, up 0.29, showing an upward breakout after 3 flat days. South Korea reached a new all-time high at 73.14, while Turkey and Australia both demonstrated strong upward momentum with multiple consecutive gaining days. On the returns front, South Korea stands out with an impressive year-to-date return of 43.7%. Australia follows with 11.4% YTD, while Indonesia and Turkey show slight year-to-date declines. China maintains solid performance with a 17.4% year-to-date gain. Among declining markets, Poland led losses, dropping 2% to 32.5. Spain fell 1.7% to 44.51, while Brazil declined 1.5% for its second consecutive down day. Italy and Germany also retreated, though maintaining very strong positive trends. Despite today's declines, longer-term performance remains robust. Poland shows the strongest year-to-date return at 53.6%, followed by Spain at 43.3%. Brazil maintains a 23.1% year-to-date gain, while both Italy and Germany are up around 35% year-to-date.
Considering commodities, I'm Liquidity. Gold futures closed at 3,333.20, up 12.20, breaking upward after 3 days of flat trading. Silver futures hit a new all-time high at 37.63, rising 2.7% amid strong upward volatility. Copper futures and palladium futures both showed significant gains of 2.5% and 5.3% respectively. Year-to-date returns show considerable variation in metals performance. Copper leads with a 39.7% return, while silver follows at 28.7%. Palladium has gained 32.1%, though aluminum shows more modest gains at 1.1%. In energy markets, Brent crude and crude oil futures both declined, falling 1.9% and 2.2% respectively. Natural gas surged 4.8%, despite its strong negative trend. Gasoline futures dropped 3.3%, while heating oil broke downward after 3 days of sideways movement. Year-to-date performance shows mixed results across energy futures. Gasoline leads with a 5.3% gain, while Brent crude and crude oil both show losses of 7.8% and 6.8% respectively. Natural gas has declined 7.2%. In livestock, Lean Hogs futures saw a dramatic decline of 19.8%. Feeder cattle fell 3.5%. Corn futures rose 4.3%, while live cattle showed resilience with strong upward volatility despite a slight decline. Year-to-date returns in livestock show feeder cattle leading with 17.5% gains, followed by live cattle at 13.3%. Lean hogs show modest gains of 5.6%, while Class II milk has declined 14.4%. In grains, corn futures and wheat futures both rose for a second consecutive day, up 4.3% and 2% respectively. Rough rice fell 1.6% amid flat trading. Oat futures maintained a strong positive trend. Year-to-date performance in grains shows oats leading with 12% gains. Corn has declined 9.2%, while wheat is down 4.4%. Soybean futures remain relatively flat with minimal gains of 0.3%. In soft commodities, orange juice led gains, rising 6% to 263.85, while cocoa dropped significantly by 3.5% to 8,076. Sugar fell 1.8% to 16.26 after 3 days of sideways movement. Coffee futures and cotton futures showed minimal changes. Looking at weekly performance, orange juice shows remarkable strength with a 25.3% gain, while cocoa has declined 8%. Year-to-date, all commodities are showing negative returns, with orange juice down 46% and cocoa down 30.8%.
And with that, we conclude another end-of-day world currency, markets and commodities wrap-up. I'm Victoria Cashmore, along with my AI co-hosts Max Profit and Liquidity. Thanks for watching. Look for daily wrap-ups every day just after 5 p.m. New York time. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports, written, narrated and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency and commodities. Thanks for watching.